Perhaps the problem we're having in our society today is because of an unaimed Y, an unaimed testosterone. We have all this testosterone in our Western society, and it literally has no purpose, and it's been told for the last 40 or 50 years it has no purpose.
Well, even to that, it is part of its environment, because when the environment there was a clear, distinct need, village, survival, seasons for seasons, years for years, decades for decades, generations, and so on. Now, I would say the environment, because of that swing and balance and inequalities and, say, 2.0 evolution, it is inundated with feminine opportunity. Feminine of, I can Uber Eats my food, I can get a job remotely, if I can pick up a phone and do the minimal level of monkey work, I can find a nice, suitable place or get roommates, I can do everything needed to take care of the feminine. What is life? What is my experience? We don't have to cure cancer. We don't have to stop global warming. Like on a,
And as a feminine, you don't have to leave the house, so you don't necessarily have to be protected outside anymore.
Very true. All those things. Even culturally, right? As the feminine comforts said in, Ways of Masculine or Ways of Men, Jack Donovan, once the comforts, the walls come up, the us and them has us more separated from the threats and things that we need to survive, and it's inside of the comfort. You look at 1950s, if it was a race to the moon, all the kids wanted to be an astronaut. Everybody was focused on that outward expression of masculine, and you actual vaccines, but solving polio or diseases or things that, okay, we need to defeat this to be able to go forward to do everything. With everything, the environment of masculine so prim, plush, and that actually I think is still the natural, it keeps coming back to biology, the way of things. Men or boys and girls, all of it is feminine until it's established and distinguished that there's going to be men and women. Children are automatically in their feminine, boys and girls, till they develop, till they take on the masculine traits being developed. Society as a whole has no catalyst or stimulus. You are just as much of a man as long as you can make the dollars and zeros to get a partner, to have your dwelling, to have your safety, to do these feminine checkbox things. There's no, we don't give you
100 pounds or 500 pounds, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Your fitness to live beyond 60 years healthily, your mental capacity to contribute something to society that betters your community or our survival as a species. None of those things are required. You can show up and get your clout, chase your social proofing or whatever it is that drives you, and that's it. Sit around and play video games, watch YouTube videos, like whatever has you comfort, watch podcasts and shit, and just think all the time up in your head.
Watch podcasts.
There's no requirement for you to do anything for that. That's what I hear overall, is that missing catalyst for, as you said, aimless masculine. Until masculine's called upon it, it's fucking Dark Knight and shit in the shadows. Like nobody really is just as a large tapped into, and it gives all these. It's a root cause that has so many symptoms coming up.